order blocks is one of my favorite indications of the market. It's something that I look for on a day by day basis when I'm trading. Order blocks, if you don't know, are points in the market where institutional money makes either a manipulation move or their actual move. And the evidence shows within the charts. Evidence could be where they would sell into a buy or buy into a sell, like you see right here, to start that movement. The reason they do that is to induce traders into the position that they need for liquidity. Meaning, if they need to buy, they want to induce people to sell. And if they want to sell, they need to induce people to buy to help out with balancing the orders that's happening in the market. Um, Institutional makes really large orders, and sometimes those little plays are needed to be able to fill their orders. So that's where order blocks tend to show up in the market. So Chartprime does a great job of having a way to identify that from an automated standpoint if your eyes aren't trained to see them. And let's dive into the settings. So what you're going to do, obviously, you'll go into your indicators, invite only, Market Dynamics Pro, and let's actually do it from scratch so that way you see what it looks like, because I've made a few changes since opening it, but I'll show you how I set it up the way that I like to set it up just to make it easier. But let's go into how it is when you first open it. So when you first open it, there's going to be its point of control and its pattern detection open right away. So you're going to have to make some changes to be able to see the order blocks and really just focus in on the order blocks. So what you want to do first is enable the order blocks. I like to see the last 10 blocks. Um, then me, I don't really care about coloring the candles and the point of control, which is a great monetary level or price level. I'm not going to focus on that too much. Then from there, I go down and take away the chart pattern. So right now, it's just a triangle. And that's the way I like to set it up. So if we go back to the order blocks, you want to have enable blocks show last, meaning the last 10 blocks that is identified that's still in play, it will show it to you. So normally it's set to 4. I don't really do the attune blocks. That kind of just um, makes it a little bit more on a macro level. When it comes to the attune, it works well when you're doing looking for swing positions on a lower time frame. But I'll stick with the original. Sensitivity is where the level of activity that's happening in each block has a ranking system within Chartprime. So Chartprime gives you 3 levels. It gives you soft, which is your weaker ones, loud, which is your strongest ones, and then you have high, which is high activity and one to really pay attention to. I like to have it on all. I don't care which order block is shown. For me, it's more about identifying where the levels are and the trading activity at that level. So that's what we'll do there. So one thing that you'll notice is that you'll see how Chartprime identifies its order blocks. So you have, like what I said, the high here. There's a loud, there's this one's soft, and then this one's a loud. And you'll see how the color schemes are different for each one. So the loud ones are going to be more higher in purple, and the high ones, while the soft ones tend to be a little bit more transparent. One thing you can pay attention to here is just the trading activity. Now, the trading activity, kind of zooms out, and you have to kind of zoom out to see it. But I just pay attention to whatever shows up first. That tells me that was the weaker side. So you see 3 showed up there. You had 9. This was a buy order block. This one is a buy order block, and these two, 45, 46%. That means that that order block may be undecided because the margin is not that large like on these. These have large margin order blocks. And those are the ones I'm going to pay more attention to. So the combination of it being a loud or high activity order block with the trading margin, the trading activity margin being wide, those are the ones I'm going to look to trade more than the ones that are, highly contested. Like this one's a really, really close in trading activity. So you don't know what'll happen. It may break through that level because it's not a decided trading activity. Nothing's 100%, but little things like that can give you an edge. So this is how you look for the Chartprime order blocks and how to identify them or how to set it up. That way you don't have to identify them.